yards out there.
Yeah, right out my back door.
Why you have the bow back there? Are you got towards the old lady's place?
No, I'm not up on a hill, but.
Is your snow back in Pittsburgh, Sam? Is your snow like this in Pittsburgh a little bit?
I don't know.
If there's anything, it'd be a dusting. Not any more than that. The reason I get that is if it gets cold tonight, you get a little bit of snow come down because the atmosphere is cold, and it'll be like a dusting.
Too much back there.
It's just aloe.
What's that?
Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it easier for tracking too, to shoot something. Shoot for blood, it makes a lot.
Tell them to wake up. It's time to cut.
All shot.
I mean, you don't think if you
said he didn't know what he was
Jake and
supposed to be
you
aiming at.
you don't think they put their shoes on and come out?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, both of them.
That's what I told,
1975.
That's poor boys in there.
that's what Dosey's and Dave and I were off
They're
North
salivating
Wolf
right
Rock.
now.
He shot that doe.
Hear that boom,
And I know he hit it.
725, and they're gonna
And
say,
yet, there was
Come
no,
on,
we
come
watch
on,
it, we
come
go
on,
lay
let's
down, we
go.
walk up, we get him run. It was so cold, it was like 5 degrees that morning. And that deer just
You
was
did a
like,
turkey this year, Sam?
wasn't leaving any blood.
I shot one.
He shot, and it was like punched up,
And it got it,
we
went
hit it.
away.
Went all the way over,
Turkeys
walked
with bows.
down, and then jumped up and run.
almost
We'll
the
stop
awesome.
away a
I
little
said,
bit.
I don't understand what's wrong
We
with
fall
that.
up and jumped
I
off, and
mean,
five out the
it's
fourth
been
time, it didn't
two
get out.
times
It
I've
was
shot
like,
with my
there was
bow.
like no blood.
Board and archery
It
season.
was shot, and it just
I
was
walked
so cold, it
with
just
that
froze.
I shot a deer similar to that.
You had your.
Sam and I and Tom were hunting in Coriopolis. I shot a deer that was like 20 yards away. And that morning, Sam's dad, Paul, he missed one. He kind of ran right by him, and Sam looked at him and said, "What's your problem?" So, and then when Sam came up to me, because he was driving like a dog, and two deer came running up to me, it was like 20 yards away, and I blasted them.
Like
And the thing took off, they both took off. Sam looked at me like, these old timers, they can't see. I says, Sam, I don't know how I missed them. So we looked around, we couldn't find anything.
Matrix.
Then we saw a dot. A dot.
30 yards down there.
Yeah.
Well, it was snow on the ground, so we trailed.
Yeah,
It
we
was like
trailed
4
it.
degrees.
Then we saw two dots. And I said, hey, there's more blood. And it was kind of like, there's more blood. Then we went about 100 yards or 90, 100 yards. And it looked like Robert Mishniak. It was
Oh,
like,
there we go.
it was like Vietnam, man. It was terrible.
It was like the deer Mike shot there, we
Good by
went down to
Robert
get,
Mishniak,
got the
but-
game warden there. Shot archery season,
That
go
was
back
Dallas.
down.
Yeah.
Never realized how small it was.
Word of the
So we were
word.
bringing it up and we had to pick up our logs, we're like, this thing's small, and John pulled up the Volkswagen Beetle and throws it in the front.
Plenty of room left over.
Plenty of room left over, like, wow, that was small.
What did the police officer tell you?
Okay, it's dead, good.
Oh,
We
you
went
shot-
down with
yeah,
them with the game
dog
warden and the
and
police
threw the-
officer, we found it was dead, and they're like, okay, see you guys.
Why do we even call it, right?
Because your dad was worried we go down the woods and we get caught with the deer. And then you said, well, I'll take the 22 down and shoot it.
You thought tree season, you should have put it
I came over that night just for
The police
visiting.
officer actually get out in the woods with us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like,
Yeah, we almost the township
I
cop.
would
and the game
never,
warden.
ever think about doing that to a police officer.
So that day that Dad got that buck with that 12 gauge, he put a hole through that deer. Not the buck, it was a doe. That was a cold day, but the coldest we hunted on your old property.
Oh my
that
God.
was the coldest day I've ever hunted. It was like you could put as many layers on.
That was like 0
It was like 33 below with wind chill.
We walked in, that was beautiful, it was snow covered, but it was like, yeah, it was
It was the coldest.
We went to the Cole, what's the name of that restaurant, the Cole whatever?
I don't
Felt
know,
so
yeah,
good to
best
get in there,
coffee.
we warmed up and ate food.
Like,
It was the gas station they had turned into
you
a.
didn't even care.
We didn't care, it was like, it's
We were
warm in
like-
here.
It was right by where they had, where that, the Q Creek mine.
Yeah.
It's right by the Q Creek mine, Coal Miners Cafe.
And we just walked the
That was an amazing
Like
event.
that
It was-
memorial property right there.
It
Yeah.
captivated the whole country.
Yeah, it's crazy that.
We were in Canada.
You guys hear that?
We were in Canada when that was
You
all
guys hear
going
that?
on.
Did you hear a prediction?
Oh,
I think the mountain is speaking. Hey, if the mountain's gonna speak, it better speak up, because we're in a bunch of
I'm
people.
sorry, I had to pass some guys. So.
Alright. The
The mountain doesn't smell that bad.
Let's
That
begin,
fire
we'll start with him, Marlon. We'll start with you since, we'll start end of the
Alright.
time, we'll wrap
Hey,
through this
sit,
one.
mountain.
Hey,
You don't have to close it, I was just curious, that we have to throw a log on the fire.
I want you to get rickets.
You don't have to close it, though. Yeah.
Oh, maybe even open it up. I think I hear some whispers from out there.
Those aren't whispers.
So what are before Mike gets started, what are his stats on his predictions?
Accuracy.
Just has anybody?
Oh, 95%.
It's been 99.9.
Very good.
He's
One
right.
year,
He's
we
right
really
percent of the
scary.
time, every time.
It was
Very
scary 2
close.
years ago. You said I wasn't getting anything, and I shot Robert Mishnyak. Same
Yeah, they weren't hot.
1 year was scary close. Even if there was a coyote in there.
It's the same year I won fantasy football too.
Who shot the
You were
coyote?
really
Alright.
six
Shot
shot
it.
that year.
Sam saw it.
It was like symbiotic relationship.
I shot
with
one up
this-
here.
Out there. And he
Okay.
predicted it, I think. That there was a coyote being shot in that year. It was crazy.
Wasn't even Wiley.
It was really easy to predict Spike's being shot for many years. But now Uncle Larry's not here
All right.
No, but that could still
Yeah,
be
he-
the case. Alright, so for Andrew, right? You're on Vought Rock, right? Right, so he's down on Vought Rock. He's there. He's doing his best Mark Wahlberg shooter impression, right? He's,
Yeah.
With his heater.
With the zebra.
right?
Would you call that a bunny eater?
Bad bunny.
All of a sudden,
Little buddy.
you know, it's hard to tell what time of the day, but because it's gonna look similar
All day
the
long.
whole day tomorrow, so it's hard to tell what time, but it's gonna be a buck. And it's gonna be a shootable buck that comes in front of him, right? Probably a 250, maybe, maybe a little bit less. Let's just dial that back. 150-yard shot. You know what I mean? It's a long shot. It's to the edge of your visibility range, and you're gonna be in on it. Your training, your preparation, everything's gonna take over. Before you pull the trigger, you're gonna realize you forgot to flip your GoPro on, and you're gonna go press record. You're gonna look back, that thing's gone. Zilch. No.
At least you saw something.
Right? So we'll move back to John here. Blind. It'll be the easiest walk-in he's ever had in his life to that place. He's gonna be in there, hay, probably a flat screen TV, 2 heaters, a buffet behind him. Right? There'll be everything going in that blind.
He stays until noon, he'll be watching college football.
Yeah. At about 8:30, he's gonna realize, oh, he forgot, something back in the cabin, and he'll end up. I'll find him sleeping on the couch by 9:45. I don't think he
Let's
gets
not
it.
paying that thing to put a manger in there.
Yeah, Mark's been dangerous the past few years. I think Mark's been dangerous. There's a lot of lead that could fly when you have a lever action.
Yeah.
I suspect that Luke misses the action again due to a Netflix and AirPods situation. And Mark, who was, scrolling on fantasy football looking at his lineup, did hear something. Lead flies, but nothing this year, unfortunately. I think it's probably, it's hard to say. Do you have a doe tag?
I do. Yes.
Hey, by the way, it's not to stop Mike, but you
Feels
gotta
good,
sign
though.
your licenses.
Yeah.
Don't forget to.
Yeah.
You got your license this year?
No,
Except
he
me.
actually, he doesn't.
Except me.
We have to print that off.
Yeah.
No.
It feels like a doe, but I don't know. All right, Zach, back to you.
Who's getting a doe?
I'm taking
It
your
feels like
missing it.
shooting at a doe, but it's a miss. I think
Mark,
we're
am I
we're
still
0 for
your
3
this
so
year?
far.
Okay, that's what I'm
What?
guessing.
Am I stealing your gear this year?
Go right ahead.
I think we're 0 for 3. Now, what I think does happen between you two, I think a doe is found between the grouping here.
Yeah.
And it's one that would have maybe fallen in front of John if he wasn't back at the cabin at 9. But I think it's probably somewhere around there, 9:45. Slips past where John was, makes it to you guys, a little group of them. You pick the fat one, and I think a doe comes between you two tomorrow.
If there's 2, we'll do a volley.
Yeah. I'll say 1, 2, 3. It'll be like a scene from The Godfather. All right.
Smoke flying.
I think Sam sees a big buck. Well, for Sam, a big buck, right? But I think Sam sees a buck tomorrow and starts thinking about the one back in Robinson and lets it slip by. Maybe that could be what happens tomorrow, right? So that's gut feeling. So I think nothing comes out of there. We're at 1 doe so far. I think another doe comes between you two at Sniper's Ridge, right?
Yeah.
Between you two, I think
Yeah.
another one comes.
Sharpen your
I think
eyes.
we're at 2 doe. I think one of you are half frozen. Probably you're going to be half frozen to that.
I'm
thing.
frozen
So
just
I
thinking
think,
about
I
it.
think you take.
I'm already
a doe.
shivering.
I think you take a doe early and often tomorrow.
So how many is he gonna take?
2.
If it's often.
Well, yeah, early. So I think we're 2, and then me, I think I see a buck tomorrow, right? A buck's gonna come, but I may fire that gun where I'm at, and they're gonna be a popsicle on the end of it. So I think they'll probably get a blank fire, and nothing happens tomorrow.
You're overdoing that mountain, man. I think you're gonna get one on that.
I was overdue
Yeah.
last year when I saw one there,
You had your
and I'm
chance.
thinking maybe I missed my chance. So.
Isn't there a couple guys out down there?
Not anymore, because ever since that parking
It's slippery
situation
road.
changed, everyone thinks they gotta hike in from the back. But I pulled in the field right there last time and parked like kind of up behind the big brush. Nobody's gonna bother you for a day. So I just
Your car will be towed away. You hear the tow
that
guy
would suck.
sucking.
I have no service down there. That would really suck. Okay, so really 2 doe. The mountain, I think. Well, no, I know the mountain has spoken between that. We get 2 doe. I don't know which one of you guys are going to grab it, but I think it's probably Uncle Miles because Zach will let him shoot. And then I think Tom, you pick it off tomorrow because Pops
One
is
shot
gonna be
for my dad.
If I don't get with one shot, I don't get it.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it because you'll be watering.
Yeah.
And Kim and I are gonna be in the looking out the window.
Yeah, what about
At any point, he'll come right
And we
into
do
the
have a
yard.
license, I have a license, she can shoot, and we have a 30-30
Wow, that's-
spare gun in the
I'm
window.
telling you, you gotta lean out the window upstairs, you just watch where we come through and pick them off there.
That's it.
All right.
We may.
Nibble on the chestnuts out back.
Sick.
Well done, Mike. Well done.
Hopefully that doesn't discourage anybody.
Forget
I've
it.
been wrong for about
I'm not
3
getting, if I'm not getting a buck tomorrow, I'm not going out, forget it.